Mama Cat, how are you? I was just watching some YouTube stuff until someone decided to come in. 15 minutes late. It is what it is. How are you, sweetheart? Ugh. Well, take some coffee, girl. If you're a coffee drinker, I'm not. I'm good. I woke up, took care of my dog. Now he's sleeping again. The life of a dog, just sleep all day. Play with me for about 10 minutes and then decide to sleep again. You're not a coffee drink either. You're not a coffee drinker either. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you're a Dr. Pepper? There it is right there. I love Dr. Pepper. Very bad for me at my age, but that's all right. Nothing going on right now. I'm sure that it won't surprise me that Molly and or Tiffany will go live shortly. It might be fun if Lava goes online a little bit. But as of right now, the people that I particularly have on subscribe, they're not on. But I don't have all the nasty people on there at all. Yeah, Lava's a really nice lady. I like her a lot. One every couple of days. See, you're doing better than me. I do one soda a day. And it's not just Dr. Pepper that I bought. I bought 4 different kinds because there was buy a 6-pack, buy 4 6-packs and get for $10. And I thought, oh, what the hell? I'll just buy 4 different kinds. So I bought Dr. Pepper, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and Mountain Dew. Yeah, I can't either, Mama Cat. I can't. I have what the heck just happened on my screen? I have way too many different opinions about what's going on in that case. So instead of creating a dislike to what they're talking about, I just stay quiet because I really do respect them both, even if well, there is no even if. I respect them both. So when you don't agree with something, you just sometimes stay quiet. And there's definitely certain things I don't agree with. Canada Dry? Okay, I love Mama Cat. Are you my mother? Just kidding. We're the same. You're just a tiny bit older than me. I love. Oh, my phone. Forget that it's loud. Yeah, It's a Saturday. I don't know why people are. I don't know what the craziness loudness is. Ooh, let me answer this phone call, Mama Cat. Are you still in Montana or are you still? I do not have to do security, but I do have to. Hold on. Go on, God on. I like that you said that accidentally, Mama Cat. That's awesome. I do not have security tomorrow. However, I am going to be doing both services just because I want to see the reaction of both sets of service crew in regards to how we set up. See, Mama Cat, I can't talk. I'm so bad. Oh my gosh. I either talk too much or talk too little. And in this case, I talk too little. All right, what is my point? What do I need to talk about? I am going to both services tomorrow. Not because of security, but because I want to be involved in both services in regards to the VBS that happened last week. After that, I will go home and take care of my dog. I would like to take Ollie with me if that's okay. And yes, if you want to give me a ride, that's perfect. Question mark. All right. Rosanna, how are you, sweetheart? Good to see you guys. I'm just here chit chatting. Hanging out with two lovely ladies, I guess, so far, with two other people watching, lurking, having fun. Maybe they can talk, maybe they can't. Just depends on if they're blocked from my channel. I did have to add one more person to the block list last week, but is my eyebrow that crazy high? I didn't even realize. No, they're even, sort of. Okay. So weird. Anyway, hi, Rosanna. All right, ladies, I need something to talk about, right? Not just for today, but for future Saturdays. What should I do? Should I just get on my phone, for example, and just randomly talk about things that might piss me off in the world, like my news feed here? Oh, see, I'm flipping you all off. No, not really. See, these are just news articles, right? And I don't even think that they are geared towards what I like or don't like, but sometimes I'll find an article and I'll be like, what? Let's talk about it. How about injustice in the world, right? That's not YouTube related at all. I won't go there. That's not what this channel is going to be about. My nose is like weird because I was out in the sun all last week in a VBS. I don't know if you guys know what VBS is, but it's a children's program that happens once a year for church. And I was outside forever, all day on Saturday. Well, all week actually, but mostly on Friday because they had water sports. All the kids got to play around with water. Hi, well, welcome back, Mama Cat. I don't know what you missed. I was just rambling. I was just talking to you and Rosanna, if she wanted to say more than what she did say, uh, like Bible school. See, I don't. I'm not as well versed in the Bible. I mean, I know what I'm passionate about in the Bible, but I'm not as well versed in it. Like I can't pull up a verse and say, "Well, look, this is the verse I'm talking about. This is the scripture I'm talking about." I don't have that. If you guys do, if you want to come up on panel ever and just say, "Hey, let's just talk about hey, what happened last week, what good happened to you last week." Um, Mama Cat, you talked about the dangerous close calls that you might have had with your situation last week. I don't know what to talk about. I'm just here to enjoy stuff. You're cooking. What time of the day is it over there, Rosanna? What type of the world are you? What type of the world? What where in the world are you if you're cooking? Maybe you're cooking breakfast. I don't know. Oh, right. Okay, see, Mama Cat. Thank you. I'm just so my brain is all over the place. Yeah, it's like Bible school, Bible study with kids. 10:30 a.m. Well, it must be a.m. You wouldn't be up at 10:30 p.m. I don't think. Maybe you would. Anyway, maybe you're cooking brunch or lunch or that's cool, Rosanna. Um, Mama Cat, the yeah, VBS. I don't remember what it's called. Oh, yes, I do. Vacation Bible School, right? And kids go there for 2.5 hours. Longer than not long at all, at least for us adults. But but it's so jam packed that the kids get to go everywhere and just learn about God and the resurrection and His death and becoming a believer. And yeah, it's a phenomenal week, and it makes me happy. See, I'm already getting like yeah, it makes me pretty happy to be a part of that. Um, you don't see Rosanna. Is Rosanna a part of your block list, Mama Cat? Well, that sucks. Mama Cat, do you know your block list? Do you know how to look at your block list as well as um, your um, Google block list also? I like to hear you talking about the goodness of God. Well, Rosanna, I would love to do that, but it's just a small topic. You have no block list. Well, I don't know why you can't see her, unless Rosanna, do you have? Would you happen to have Mama Clamp blocked? Is it none of my business, and I should just leave it alone? Because that's really sad that you can't see each other if it's not intentional. Oh well, thank you. I'm glad that you learned your Google block list for me. That's awesome. Yeah, I had to add one more person, and I was very sad about it, but they didn't. They decided to. Let's just say I made the mistake of trying to go real life to try to make a real life friend out off of YouTube, and we had one argument, and she is. Oh, Rosanna, you are a somebody. Don't even say that you're a nobody, goofball. Um, no one in here is allowed to say that they're a nobody ever. I'm just kidding. Well, no, I'm not kidding. You shouldn't ever say that, but I'm not mad about it. I got lost. I got sidetracked. Damn it. I don't remember what I'm talking about. Crazy. 48 years old and I'm just losing it, people. See, Mama Cat, I don't even know what you're sorry about. My brain is dead today. Oh, right. Yeah, me too. I mean, oh, yeah. I made the mistake of trying to create a friend outside of YouTube. And this person and I got into an argument over the phone because of something we disagree with. And that person took it to heart. And they said, well, you're just mean and this one argument must mean that you are all of this. You're this way all of the time. And long story short, I enjoyed this person on YouTube and I should have just kept it on YouTube. Sad but true. You can't. I live in a lonely world in this place I live, and I should have known better. You know, it is what it is. Yeah, Roseanne here. Mama Cat, do you want to be a mod for a second? Maybe then you'll see Rosanna. See if that'll fix it. Because I hate that you don't see her. Do you mind being a mod just to see if your name will show up? You don't have to do any mod responsibility, but I just wanted to see if Rosanna's name will show up. Or how does that work? Does Mama Cat need to be a mod to see Rosanna, or does Rosanna need to be a mod for Mama Cat to see you? Yes, you can be a mod. Okay, let's try to add you as a mod to see if you can somehow see Rosanna. No, I need to be the mod. Okay. Well, Mama Cat, you are a mod now, and the next time you type, you shall show blue. And Rosanna, if you'll say something also now to see if Mama Cat can see you. Well, now you're blue, Mama Cat. Obviously, you know that. Rosanna, can you see Mama Cat or vice versa? Yeah, Rosanna hasn't spoken yet, Mama Cat, in text. Not after I made you a mod yet. So we'll see. You can see her now. Okay. That is so weird. Anyway, Rosanna, say hi now that you can see each other. Unless you intended really not to and you're trying to trick me. Oh, see, I keep forgetting you're trying to cook. I apologize, Rosanna. You refreshed the page. But you had to be a mod to see her, apparently, Mama Cat. So that'll work. Again, I'm just a nobody channel. I am a somebody, but at the moment, not a lot of people are watching me. So I got to preach what I practice, right? Or practice what I preach. So I can't allow someone to say negative things about themselves. I can't say it negatively about me. So if any of you girls catch me doing that, scream at me. Because I agree 110% what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So I am a somebody, but there's just nobody here watching. So, brunch. Oh, I love brunch. Brunch is good. Do you have a whole? Yeah, I wonder if she has a whole bunch of family. That would be kind of cool. Hang out, taking care of her family life and kids, husband, wife, partner, whatever situation you have. That's kind of cool. Yes, but YouTube is doing weird things like me and IB. I heard about that. IB and I can't see her at all, and sometimes she can't see me. It's so weird. We are friends outside of YouTube. Oh, okay. That's awesome. Yeah, I remember you talking about IB. I think it was in Chasing. It was either in Chasing or Lovers Chat that I saw that conversation where you and IB Left or IB Elf, you and her couldn't see each other, but that you are friends in real life. So that's good. Well, let's leave Rosanna to cooking so that way she doesn't have to be pulled away all the time. Yes, Love's Chat is awesome. She's really good people. I need to go, but talk late. If you need to go, Rosanna, go. I don't know what you meant there. I'm not the brightest uh, thinker in the world, but I am. I'm not saying I'm dumb. I'm just saying I don't understand some things that I see when it comes to texts. So if you need to go, it was good seeing you. If you need to come later, you're fine. I am going to try to stay until 11 my time, which is 12, 12 Mama Cat's time. Don't feel free to stay if you don't need to or don't want to. But I'm going to try to be consistent, regardless if it's dead air or not. Stay on live so that way I can grab people and hopefully start a fun dialogue. Let me send a picture on Twitter so you can see the hog. You can share it if you want. Mama Cat, you are a mod. Why don't you do it? You can come up on panel and talk about the hog if you want once you wake up. Once you got your wake up juices in you. Bye, Rosanna. It was good hanging out with you. Thank you so much for coming in and saying hi to me. Me and Mama Cat, I'm glad you were able to see each other for a few seconds. Really appreciate you, Rosanna. 110%. Did I give you a... What? Oh, you sent me a picture in Twitter. I was like, how did you text me? Because I didn't give you my phone number yet. Okay, so let's see what Twitter says. I haven't caught up in Twitter land. Holy goodness. Oh, so you just blocked off where you killed him, right? The head part? Mama Cat? Holy goodness, he was attacking your tire. Wow. and him standing next to you or dead right there in your truck? Wow. Well, like you said, wild boars aren't something to play with. I'm gonna call who am I gonna call? Stellar and see if he's awake. Just for the hell of it. Let's see if he'll come online just to have some fun with us. You gotta find out what his phone number is. Yeah, Stellar's good people. Maybe I should wait until a little later to call him, but it is what it is. Well, maybe I will. Maybe I'll wait until 9:30, because, like I said, I am going to try to stay here. Stacia, how are you, my friend? See, this is me, Mama Cat. I get so nervous about bothering people when I should just like. I hate that feeling that I give myself. Stellar is awesome people. Stacia, you are awesome. Hello, how are you, friend? Good to see you. We're just chit-chatting away. Come up with a topic if you want. Tell me about your week if you want. Tell me the good, tell me the bad. By the way, that is my daughter and her soon-to-be hubby. Oh, okay. Well, you have a very attractive family, Mama Cat. That's awesome. I wasn't sure if that was you or not, but so I didn't want to say. That's really cool. Daughter and her hubby. They are silly. Yeah, that's awesome to have a family members that are like that. I am doing much better, Stacia. That's good to hear. I'm glad that you're doing much better. My phone is crazy loud. I'm glad you can see each other, Stacia. You know what, Mama Cat? If I were given the gift, and I don't know what you, Stacia, if you agree or disagree. Well, you're according to your picture, you're young. Probably not way too young, but I don't know. I'm not going to even guess. Last time I guessed on a woman's age, oh boy, it was not fun. Kind of like when you look at a woman and think she's pregnant, you don't say that. I learned that in my 20s, 20 years ago. That was a funny topic. Anyway, we got off topic. Thank you. Hey, Mama Cat. We got Mama Cat in the back office. I think you better be. Let's see. I think you are. I'm not going to. If I'm porned, I'll just restart the stream. Hello.
Hey.
Hey, how are you, Mama Cat?
I am good, but I'm real mad now that I see what Stacia just said. She said she's 52 or 51 and she looks 20, 25 tops. Oh my gosh.
Look, you think
I'm going to be 55, but I feel 105 and look probably 110. Look, that she's beautiful.
Well, we
Oh,
didn't, let's be fair, we didn't ask if that was an older photo or not. But if it's
I
either
know,
way,
but
she's still attractive,
gosh.
right? She is
She
pretty,
said
huh?
she's blessed with good genes.
Yeah, I agree. That's
Oh
awesome.
my gosh.
52 years old. Wow, I'm 48. And I look pretty good for 48, you know?
You look good, but I'm just telling you, I look like, look, and I'm not putting myself down because I love who
I
I
know.
am no matter what. I
Right.
don't care what anybody else thinks.
Right.
But I look like I've been rode hard and put up wet. Like,
That's awesome. No, not that's not awesome, but that's funny. Thank you, darling. No, that's 2 years old.
uh,
Okay, so that was a fit. You were 50 back then. You still look pretty awesome for 50
she
years
don't
old,
look
my friend.
50.
Yeah.
She don't look 50. Look.
Is is Stacia fibbing with us? No, just kidding. Oh
Oh, look, she used to be a model back in the day. That is,
wow,
see, she gorgeous.
that's pretty awesome, Stacia.
Look, I'm shocked. Like when she said that, I was legit shocked that she's that age. Like I was
Right.
like, what? I got the wrong end. I got the wrong end of the deal. Like
Now, now, Mama Cat, let's be honest. You don't look like you're 80 either. And now, to be fair, I have not seen you, but
you have not seen me, but
I
yeah, like
know, but you can't say that you look 80 with bunches of wrinkles either. You probably look phenomenal for your age. Come on
well,
now.
you're just being kind, but like I'm a
I'm being
realist.
truthful.
And that's okay. Like I'm not bothered. My husband doesn't care. So look, it's
Yeah,
good,
you love
you know.
him, and that's all that matters. Used to be a model back in the day. Nothing big department stores and what? I don't know what she's talking about. See, I don't catch up very well. Mama Cat, what did she say there for?
She's saying she's disabled now and has
Oh,
TB. What's TB or TBI?
um,
Stacia, what's TBI?
I don't think it's tuberculosis. I
Well,
don't
no,
know. She,
I don't think
no,
it's
that's
that
not
either.
TBI. I mean, I can Google it, but as soon as I Google it, she'll tell us what it is if she wants
Yeah,
to.
exactly. She'll tell us.
What is TBI, Stacia?
We just wait till she tells us.
All right.
But yeah, so the hog, oh my gosh.
Tell me about it. So start from finish to end to finish, whatever. Like when
Start
did
to
it
finish.
happen? When did you see it?
Okay,
Was
TBI
it
is
approaching the truck?
no, no, no. Oh my gosh, it started like in the wee hours of the morning. But Stacia just said it's traumatic brain injury. Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay. Yeah, I'm sorry
That's
to
not
hear about
fun.
that, Stacia.
See,
Uh,
Stacia needs to come and talk to us about that.
I
Like,
was thinking
I
about
was,
not just rant. I was thinking about conversating, having a topic about disability, right? And
oh, that's a great idea.
the football behind it, and my beliefs about how society looks at it, and because the way I look at it is definitely different than other people. So yeah, I would love the idea of being able to kind of do that.
Yeah.
It will come up. It's a long story. Stacia, if you want to come up and talk about it, you're more than welcome to. Make sure your camera's off if you don't want us to see your camera. It's not required because I only have 8 people in here. I doubt I'm going to be porned with only 8 people in here. But
Look, Stacia, look, can you share your screen and show the big old hog? Do you know how to do that? So
oh,
Stacia can
you
see
want
my
you want
hog.
me to? I was going to say you can show the link if you want, but here, let me. I have to. Well, I can save the photo, right?
Yeah.
And
Uh-huh. Yeah.
save it to my hard drive first.
Okay, so here's what happened while you're doing that.
All right.
So I have two Great Pyrenees dogs, which One is a puppy. We've talked about my new puppy along with your new puppy.
Right.
But so she's only 5 months old. So she does not stay outside yet. We keep her in the house, and she only goes out when we're out there so we can monitor her with all my chickens, right? Because she's
Right.
just a baby and she thinks they're big, squawky, fluffy, loud toys. She doesn't realize my job is to protect these chickens. So anyway, she was in the house, and my big dog, Tiny, he's about 140 pounds, and it was a bark like I'd never heard. Woke us out of a dead sleep, woke her up, so she started barking, and this is like 4 o'clock in the morning. Well, of
Right.
course, it's pitch black. I live in the country. We don't have we don't put up a lot of lights out here just because to be kind to, our neighbors down the road, that's part of country life. We don't want the city, lights up everywhere. So we
Right.
couldn't really see it. We could hear it, but we couldn't really see much of it. We knew it was some kind of hog or pig or something, but we couldn't really see it. And so my husband it was over there on the garden side of my land. And
Right.
of course, my dog is losing his ever loving mind because that's his job. And it kept coming to the fence and kind of hitting the fence. So my husband started chunking stuff at it and trying to just get it to go on, just go away so the dog would calm down. And it would go like where we couldn't hear it anymore. But then all of a sudden we would hear Tiny again, bark, bark, bark. We went out there, we threw stuff at, because we couldn't see it, right? Abraham had a light, that's my husband, a flashlight, and he got kind of a glimpse of it. And hi, Stacia.
Your camera's on, Stacia.
Yeah, I know. I don't have makeup
Okay.
on. My hair's
Okay.
up.
You're
But
beautiful.
I can't. How do I do this?
How do you do what?
Can you see me?
Yeah, we can see you.
Do you
I
want
look
us to see
crooked.
you?
Yeah, she
Okay.
knows her camera's on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Stacia,
I'm
I'm talking
fine.
about. We're talking about my wild boar adventures. Like we had a big old hog come out to
Oh
my
my
house.
gosh. Oh my
So
gosh.
anyway, we kind of bought time, kept running him off until daylight started breaking. And my husband's like, I'm just going to go out there and run it off. You know how men are. Oh, I'm man.
Yeah.
Let me run something off. And
That's
that
crazy.
hog, that hog was not a bit afraid of him. In fact, he somehow got behind our fence between our land and our people behind his land. And then he attacked the wire fence, our chain link that we have back there, trying to bust it. And then, like, my dog was right there. Like, somebody was going to get hurt between it because my dog was on him like crazy between the fences. And
my
he wasn't a bit
God.
afraid of the dog. And
Oh,
that's
so cute.
he looks real cute, right? Like, number one, I didn't know wild boars had fur. Like, he was like furry. It was so crazy. This is when he went out to run him off, and he chased my husband. My husband jumped in the truck. He started like ramming the truck and biting the tires.
Oh my
And that
gosh.
picture does not do him justice. Like he looks like, oh, look, he's so cute, right? But when you see how big he is, he fit the whole length of a full-size truck tailgate.
Well, I
Oh
didn't
my
want to
That's how
dox
wide
your,
he was.
I didn't want to
How
dox
long
your
he was.
family, and I don't know how to block them out.
No, just it's fine. Look, that's not how we roll. Look, if somebody wants
How
to,
big was he? How big was
Okay.
he?
if he wants to
So,
show the
so do
next
you want me to go
picture,
ahead and
he
share
can.
the photo, the other one?
Yeah, yeah, go ahead. It's fine.
Okay. That's how big he looks. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah, I just didn't want to
Geez,
show any
he looked
blood or
he
anything.
looked tinier. He looked tinier in the other picture, but geez, he's huge.
I know, right? I mean, I couldn't, like, even him running around, I knew he was big, but I didn't realize he was that big. And it took both of them, that's my daughter and her soon to be husband, and my husband, it took all
Oh.
three of them to pick him up to get in the truck
Wow.
after he was dead.
Wow. So what?
And
Yeah,
I mean,
wait,
what
he's
okay,
happened?
probably a good 200 pounds right there, huh?
Wow.
oh, he was
What happens now?
222 pounds when they,
Are you gonna
What?
eat him? Are you gonna eat him?
oh yeah, he went straight to the butcher.
Oh,
Like,
yum.
yeah, so we ended up getting 90 pounds of meat out of him.
Wow.
Wow, that is awesome. That every bit helps, you know? Wow, that's
Oh
awesome.
yeah, with meat prices being so expensive right now.
Oh, I
Yeah.
was just
So
going to
we
say, wow.
divided. Yeah, we divided the
Wow.
meat up between them and his mom and dad, us, and so all of our freezers have a bunch of meat in them now.
That is a blessing from God. That's awesome.
Right?
That-
I love that.
Yeah, like I mean, it's so hard because I'm a live and let live kind of girl, right?
Yeah.
But I got afraid, and because we were trying to run him off. We have a little single lady that's across the road from us.
Hold on. Just a
and
second. Just a second, ladies. Just a second,
Okay.
ladies. Molly Golightly. Oh my God. You blessed me with your presence in my chat. Hi,
Molly.
sweetheart Molly Golightly. You
Hi,
are a
Molly.
blessing to my life, Molly. I want you to know that. I can't say that much in your chat because you're crazy busy with what you do. But Molly, you're an awesome, awesome, awesome lady. Thank you
She's
so
a
much.
blessing in my life too.
Yes.
She's a
So
big blessing in my life.
Molly, you are awesome. Feel free to come up on panel if you
Look,
want. We're just
starstruck
talking
over
right now. We're just talking about this crazy wild boar that happened in Mama Cat's life, and then we're going to talk about Stacia's crazy adventures. And Molly Golightly, you can come up on panel or whatever. Anyway, sorry about that, Mama Cat. Go ahead and finish. I just had to interrupt and say, "Oh my God, Molly Golightly's in my chat."
Yeah, we need to. Yeah, we have to pay attention to the chat. Well, I'm so excited that she's in here.
I'm blessed. Oh my God, Molly Golightly is in a chat with only 6 of us in here because she apparently
Molly,
appreciates
did you
who I
get
am.
sleep, honey?
Yeah, that's another
Molly,
good thing.
did you get sleep?
That's a good question. She has a heart for this case, and yeah. I'm hoping, Molly.
I'm so embarrassed.
Molly, I hope you're getting sleep now that things are coming together slowly. With,
she's so passionate
and stuff.
She's so passionate. And you know, even people that don't agree with her can see her passion.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah. 110%.
And everybody that's so passionate like that, it's just amazing to me. You know, I have things, of course, I'm passionate about, and we all do. That's who we are as humans. You know, and I think if you didn't have that, your life would be pretty bland. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Anyway, but so yeah, that crazy hog. I ended up calling my daughter because I mean, we only have a 22. That's just gonna make him mad if we try to shoot him. Because what I did, I called our county police, and I got the game warden's number. Because I I really didn't want to kill it. I mean, that's the truth. I really didn't. But I got afraid because, like I was telling you, the little single lady across the road, he was sleeping beside her car under her carport. And I said,
Oh my
as
God.
aggressive as he is, if she walks out there to go to work, he could really hurt her, or worse yet,
Yeah.
could kill her. Because she's an older
Yeah.
lady.
Wow.
And she has like massive big stairs going up to her house. Well, what if she fell trying to get back in the that's my crazy brain. I think of worst case scenarios. And
Well, me too. It's always the worst. My mind goes straight to the worst case scenario.
yeah, me too. So when I finally talked to the game warden, and he said, well, I can come out, and the first thing I'm going to do is put him down. And he said, if he's on your property threatening your life or the life of your livestock, you are legally able to put him down. So I had called my daughter already, and she called her man, and man, he was in the car. He was already at work that early in the morning. And of course, his shotgun was at his house. So he told her to bring her handgun. Look, we live in Texas, girl, so everybody's got a gun.
Yeah, I live north of there, so
Oh, well, you understand.
yeah, I get it.
But she has a 45, and do you know he shot him 4 times, but the first 3 times did not even slow him down. Like he kept coming for him until that last shot. I said, that's terrifying that it didn't
What kind of bullets or what kind of gun was it?
It was a
45.
With a 45.
Oh, yeah.
A 45. That's a big gun. That should take down anything.
Right.
Yeah, well, yeah, you would think. And anyway, so yeah, that was crazy, and they took him.
Wow.
I mean, this is graphic, but
you got blessed with some meat, and that always helps.
Oh yeah, at least he. But do you see how furry he is? Who knew? Huh?
Hello.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Stacia, can you hear us?
All right.
Oh, she might have accidentally hit a mute button or something.
It doesn't show she's on mute.
Hello?
Not on my screen. Stacia, can you hear us?
Can you hear it? Maybe she'll read chat. I told her to go out and come back in.
Well, I don't want to boot her unless she knows that it was for good intention, so I'll let her leave.
Yeah, I'll let her figure it. Maybe she'll read the side chat.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to boot her because I don't want her to think that I did it on for bad intentions.
Okay.
Oh my
so
gosh, Molly Golightly came into chat. This is awesome.
Are you excited?
I was excited. I am excited that she popped in, even if she didn't stay. That's all right.
Well, anyway, so he gutted that, gutted the hog and took him straight to the processor. And then can you believe it? By the next day, they had our meat ready.
Wow. Next day. Wow.
And it only cost $100 for all that meat.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
2 tacos and a chihuahua. How are you?
2 tacos. Oh my gosh. See, you know what? It's not just certain people that I'm blessed with. I want people to know that I'm blessed that everybody comes to my chat.
I know. I love two
Tacos, you're
tacos and a
awesome.
chihuahua thing. And
Tacos, I
there was,
love that you're here. What
I
was
did
what
share
was
this on Twitter, so maybe some more people will come over once they wake up and stuff.
Yeah, because I don't plan on shutting down for another couple hours just for the hell of it. Because I got to
Yeah,
be consistent. If I'm going to stay up for 3 hours, I'm going to do it, even if I'm by myself.
right?
That's what I learned from Carla
Okay,
and friends.
yeah, like
My mic stopped working. What did she say? So I went out to come back in and it knocked me out. Well, Stacia, can you come back in? Does the link work for you now, or is that something that's not working for you either?
she said when she came back in, it knocked her out, but it maybe she leaves it all together and then come back in.
Yeah, because I didn't see her in the backstage.
Yeah, I didn't hear her because you can hear a sound when on your mic when.
Right.
Two tacos. This is the boar hog that came to my house to visit this week. If you wonder what that picture is.
Okay, Stacia, I'm going to be on for a little while. I would love to be able to hear your story if you want to share it. You're not obligated to share it at all. But
Yes, I want to hear her story too. She said she wants
yeah.
to tell her story.
Oh, she
so,
just said she wants to tell her story. Yeah, there you go.
yeah.
What cam do you
Use to stream.
Are you asking what camera do I use, or when you come up on panel? There is an option for you to turn on camera if you want.
No,
Secret.
they want to know what camera you're using to stream yourself.
I don't know. I bought it off of Amazon. I don't know. Why is it good? Is it bad? I mean, I guess I don't understand. You want to inspire everyone? That's awesome, Stacia. I can't wait. So I'll wait for you to come back after your order. Wait, did you say hog?
Yeah.
Two tacos talking to you like, what? Did you say hog?
I know it's but because that's how I've been out here 25 years, and we were the first place out here before they started selling all the because this all used to be a massive wheat field, and so I've never in my life seen hogs. Well, up the road, okay. In Texas, up the road could be 3 miles. So just know that. So up the road, they're building like 200 new homes out there. And I
Right.
think it's displacing these hogs. And it's crazy, but they're crazy vicious.
Yeah.
So.
I will be back. Okay. A wild hog. Wow. Oh, is it dead? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks dead to me, two tacos.
But you want to hear something funny? I was so freaked out. Once I seen how it was trying to get through the fence to attack because I think it probably would have really either hurt my big dog or it could have killed him. Like he had tusk. You know they have these tusks that come out, right?
Oh yeah, right around the teeth.
Yeah, yep. They were like 4 inches long.
Oh my gosh.
Indy News. Yeah, we took it straight to the butcher, so we all have our freezers full. So we got like 90 pounds of meat out of it.
Indie
But,
News, I would not have recognized you without that picture. Did you change your name? He came up on panel, but I don't remember him. His name is Indie News on the street.
I think that was his name. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't remember either, but I do remember the photo.
Yeah, we were all kind of freaking out. And so I was like totally tripping out. And I told my husband, I said, put my dog in the house. And he said, isn't this why we have him? And I said, no, we have him for such things as squirrels and raccoons and possums, not something that could actually hurt him.
Right.
And of course, now we're going to have 2 gigantic dogs out there. In fact, you're going to be shocked by this. He just, our little girl just turned 4 months old, and we took her to the vet. She weighs 55 pounds. I'm like, I think she's going out. Yeah, can you imagine?
Who weighs 55 pounds?
My little puppy that's just turned 4 months old.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be a huge dog.
Yeah, I think she's going to outgrow my male. Like, I don't think he was that big but she's all legs right now. She's like real long leg, and she doesn't have any of the puppy fat on her anymore. So looks real thin and lean. But oh my gosh, I'm just like, I'm not sure what kind of monstrosity I got there, because she's so big. And of course, even though she's so big, she's still just a little baby,
Yeah. Oh my gosh. The jaw bacon. I don't know what that is, but that must be some good eating, he says.
What is it? The jaw bacon, the best.
The name is the same. I don't know.
Look, he said not many dogs stand a chance against a wild hog. See, that's what I'm saying. It's a Great
Pyrenees. They go out to kill.
Indie News. That's what I have is Great Pyrenees. They guard my show chickens.
Oh, we had a good. That's where I remember Indy from, because we had a good conversation, and he was a part of it when you were talking about your show chickens.
Yeah.
And all the different breeds that I didn't even know about.
Yeah, we all my babies but 4 are going outside today. They're making the it stresses me out when I move new babies outside, but they're all feathered out. My silkies are like little balls of fluff running around. They're so cute. And so, yeah, it's time. I mean, there's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 babies going outside. He asked you a question. I have all breeds of chickens, but the main ones are my silkies. I have Saramas, which are the world's smallest chicken. If you see on my profile picture right here, that's a Sarama, and that's a full-grown rooster there. We have Polish as well. I have the great big chickens. I have a light Brahma. I have several light Brahmas. Thank you. I'm sorry, my husband just brought me stuff.
You're fine.
I have black copper Moran, and I have, for laying, I have red stars, which are like the best laying chickens, in my opinion. But yeah, so I have all kinds. I'm trying to think of what else I have. I have Cochins, which are amazing little funny birds. They're pretty friendly and stuff, but they have feathers like they're just covered in feathers all the way down to their little toes, and they're so cute. They remind me of just like, little girls like back, I don't know if they still do, but little girls back in the old days used to wear little ruffly panties with real like big old ruffles on their backside, on their butts. That's what these chickens remind me of, because the way their feathers fall, they they look like they have little ruffly butts. They're so cute. But
Yeah, I've never
anyway.
had children, so I would not know about that.
What people don't put those on little girls anymore, but back in the day, like
Right.
when my kids were little, I used to put these little, well, I only had one daughter, and you see her now, she out there wanting to hunt stuff. Like, I don't know what happened to my little prissy girl.
Right.
She don't wear much, fluffiness.
Andy,
But-
if you want to come up on panel, you're more than welcome.
My allergies and stuff are killing me. My husband just went and got me some allergy medicine. Oh, it's true. They're just so sweet. But I'm kind of in trouble. Like, I never thought these words would leave my mouth. But I think I have too many chickens. I started counting yesterday or the day before, and I stopped at 150. So
Wow.
I've got to start. And it's hard for me because I've hand raised every one of those chickens in my yard from one day old chicks. So, but it's time. I mean, it's time. Some of them's got to go. And I have full laying hens, so I don't think I'll have problems getting rid of a hen that's already laying. So,
That's cool.
yes, I am the victim of chicken math. You know what chicken math is?
Too many chickens? I don't know.
Okay, chicken math is when like you're like, okay, I'm going to go get 6 chickens and you come home with 20. That's what happens. That's chicken math.
You go get one chicken and you end up with 20 of them?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It's true.
Oh, that's funny.
And it's funny because I have a lady that's supposed to come today, and she says she wants 6. But when I started telling her all the different breeds I had, she said, well, we may take a few more. I was like, yeah, it's already starting.
Yeah.
Because chicken people, they look, you can't, they're like those, what were those chips where they used to say you can't eat just one? That's kind of the same with chickens. You can't just get one.
Chips, yeah.
Lay's,
not
no.
Frito-Lays. It was Doritos.
Pringles? Doritos.
Oh, Pringles. Pringles was definitely the one of the catchphrases in their commercials. So yeah, I agree with that.
But anyway, so I seen something that just warmed my heart. This is talking about crazy stuff. Last night I was just flipping around YouTube and I seen this video, and these people were pregnant with twins, right? But they didn't tell any of their family. They thought that they were just going to have one. And as they videotaped the reaction to like the family coming in, and then all of a sudden there being 2 babies, and oh my gosh, it just made me feel so good to, seeing the reaction of people when they pull out a second baby. I'm like, oh my God.
That's exciting, right? That's awesome.
So see, can you see what he said? That is a perfect example. It's like you go to get one, but one needs another, so you get 2, but then you need a third because one might die. And of course, nobody wants an odd number, and so on. That's exactly what happens.
There you go, Indy. I love that. That's awesome.
Well, anyway, so yeah, that's been, look, I was so shocked. Like, me and my husband both, and my daughter and stuff, we were so shocked by that hog. And my husband called me like kind of in the middle of the day and said, he calls me vieja, which means old woman, and like it's like slang for old woman in Spanish,
All right.
And he goes, vieja, we had a whole ass hog in our yard. I said, I know. Like, I think we were both just in shock the entire day.
Oh, how funny. That's awesome.
Indy, I think we've all been a victim of chicken math. If you live, if you ever went to attempt to buy one chicken, it never happens. It never happens, ever. And it's real easy when they're little babies, Mr. Positive. When they're little babies.
Right.
And they're like little bitty chicks, and they're so cute. And you're like, they're just little, what's 10 little babies? That's nothing. They fit in a little box, and
yeah.
But they get big.
When they grow older. Oh.
Well, we have there's a couple of chickens, like, I try, especially with my laying hens, and that's the problem we're at right now. I have not gotten rid of my odor. Excuse me. We haven't gotten rid of my odor laying hens because they're all between 2 and 3. And every year that goes by, your laying potential decreases. So for me, when I'm trying to provide eggs for several, families and anybody else I want to get, or maybe I want to sell some or whatever. For me, I'm not going to feed a chicken that's not giving me an egg every day.
Right.
That's a personal thing, but like somebody that just wants 5 or 6 chickens that don't care if they lay every day, they're still perfectly good. So I kind of switch. Once they start getting close to 3, I trade out my chickens and I sell the odor laying hens and keep, I just start over. So
right.
That's what I did. I bought 25 new laying hens. So I need to get rid of my old laying hens. And it's still really hard because, I've grown attached to all of them. But
when you get rid of them, you have to know that they're probably going to be food for somebody.
I've gotten to where I don't ask, Mr. Positive, because it's just better not knowing, because I am attached. And and here's the thing, if you eat meat, you know where the meat comes from. I can't do it. Like, even though I know our butcher up here in the country, the way they dispatch chickens is very humane. Right. They've had the best life they could have. Like, my chickens live, a good life, and they, are taken care of. And in fact, they're spoiled. So I know I've given them the best life they can. So I can't personally kill and eat my own chickens. But that's me. But if someone else does it, I don't judge them for that. I just can't do it myself.
Right. No, I agree.
mean, if I got
cool.
What?
Do you eat chicken?
Oh yeah, I do eat chicken. I'm not a huge meat eater to start with, and that might be some of the problem. Um, Now my husband, on the other hand, but see, he's like me. He's a big softy. He doesn't want to kill them, but
Mm.
he's a meat eater. But it's hard when you've raised them, you know.
But when you buy chicken, do you buy it from the store or do you buy it from someone who's done it? That
No,
way
I
you
buy
get
it from the
fresh.
store.
You just buy it from the
I buy
store. Okay.
Yeah, it's even like this hog. I know that people are going to be like, "What?" I won't eat it because I seen this little mean face. I mean, it's hard for me. It's hard for me, but I'll cook it. You know, I don't have a problem with cooking it and other people eating it. It's just hard for me once I've seen their little face to eat them. So, I know that sounds dumb. I know. And of course, people go, you just haven't gotten hungry enough. And that's true. If I was in a dire situation where I was starving, I'm sorry, I love my chickens, but they might have to, you know, go in the
They'd have to
crock
be
pot. Like,
sacrificed.
yeah. I mean, you know, I've given them the very best life I can. In fact, they're so spoiled, Mr. Positive. I started sprouting grain for them. And I was so proud. I sprouted this grain and I went out. I was going to give it to them because, you know, sprouting seeds is so nutritious.
Right.
I took it out there and put it down, and they just looked at me like, what do you want us to do with this, you dumbbell? You see all the grass we have? We don't want your stupid sprouts. And I was just like, they were like, you know, give us our, you know, our scratch. That's what we're looking for. We don't want them sprouts. I'm like,
right.
Rats, every one of them. They weren't even interested in those sprouts.
I suddenly am hearing myself.
Are you echoing?
Yeah, I wasn't echoing before.
That's so weird. Maybe it's me.
Or it's something I did. It don't matter.
Is it? You want me to leave and come back?
Yeah, you only have one thing open, right?
Yeah, I don't have anything else open.
Okay.
Hang on a minute.
Hello?
Is that any better?
Yep, I don't hear myself.
Oh, that's
Nope.
good.
Nope, I don't hear myself now, so that's good.
Well, Indy said that they eat their chickens as they get older and put them in the crock pot. And, you know, I sent 15 chickens once to the butcher. I took my live chickens to them, went back and picked up, you know, those fast freezing methods they use to freeze meat. And I just couldn't eat them. So I would cook them for my husband, but I just struggle because I guess I know that sounds dumb. I struggle with myself, you know.
It would sound dumb. I think you're fine. I mean, it's not like, no, you're not dumb. I think that's cool.
Well, I mean, think about it. I mean, I know it's different, but it's kind of the same. You, like your dog, could you ever, in any circumstances, think of eating your dog?
No, and you're right. That's a crazy question, but if my dog was the last morsel on the planet, would I eat my dog? I don't think I could.
It would.
I don't.
I mean, And if you did, what an internal struggle you would have.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
crazy. No, I agree
I
with
mean,
you 110%.
and that's where I kind of get, because I've held these little babies. I'm the first little face they see. And I know I'm putting too much thought into chickens, because chickens are not that complicated, far as their brain's not that big. But in my mind, I'm like, most of my chickens I have raised, the ones that I haven't raised is because they have a chicken mom and not me. Chicken
Right.
moms do such a better job at raising chicks than I do. But, you know, it's just really hard. You just get attached, and they do the funniest little things, and it's just hard. But that's why I would rather sell them, and whatever people do, they do. I used to ask, but I don't ask anymore. I don't want to know. I don't want to know what they're going to do with them. Okay, my shopper from Instacart is on her way. I have to put code stuff away, and then I'll be up. Oh, yay. Oh, good.
Well, I'm gonna be here until I'm gonna be here till 11. So
I
if
think
and
it's
when
funny.
Mama Cat has to leave, I'll just be here too by myself. You know, Stacia Cat, or Stacia. There you go. Interesting way to put it. Stacia Hart, you're welcome to come up here anytime during the time.
I love that she says she's going to put a little lipstick on.
Yeah. Well, Stacia Cat, you do not have to put your camera on whatsoever, but if you want to, you're more than welcome to. It's fine with me. But I'm
Oh,
glad that I'm going
you're
to be here
right,
for a little bit.
Stacia. She said because YouTube is so freaking mean about looks. You're
Right.
not lying. You're not
No,
lying.
it's crazy. I mean, it's how dare we put a picture of us looking good a couple of years ago? How
She's
dare
talking
us?
about, you know, coming on her camera and stuff. But, you know, eventually I'll get there. Right now, I look, I just rolled out of bed. So that's exactly how I look.
See, I don't care. I mean, but again, everybody has their own, comfort level. And if your comfort level is to stay with your camera off, no matter when, that's fine.
Well, I'm thinking about, because like today I'm going to open my pool. That's my big task for the day, is opening my pool and getting it all clean and ready to go. It's finally in the 90s in Texas, up where I'm at. And I got to get my big old behind out there, because you know what? It's so good for my health.
Right.
Because, well, you know, I'm not mobile. And so
Right.
when I'm in my pool, I can walk, and it's so good for me. Jackpot's in here. Good morning,
Hi, Jackpot. How are you? How you doing, Jackpot?
I like that name.
I know. I like it too. Good to see you up in here, chit-chatting away. I try not to care, but I think we all are self-conscious a bit. That's very true,
sure.
Stacia. I don't have that huge of a problem with it, but I definitely know that some do, and that's perfectly fine. You know, I totally get it.
But you're a good-looking guy, Mr. Positive. You know.
I am. I thought about it the other day. I'm like, I don't understand why I mean, I understand why, because I'm not the best person to live with, but but I definitely, here's my crazy thought, and I don't know, I'm just going to say it. I was thinking to myself the other day, I said, I am not going to find someone who is less attractive than what I want in life. And the reason I say that to myself is because I am a above average looker.
Yeah.
I definitely know what a below average looking man looks like. I'm above average. I mean, I'm no Fabio, but I'm an above average looker. So therefore, I'm not going to find someone who is, you know, less than what I want. So yeah, I mean I guess that's
I
what I was trying.
agree. I don't think people should settle. I don't care who
Right.
you are. And I find so many times that sometimes people, okay, a lot of times people settle and then they regret it. And why do that? You know what I mean?
Right. And I'm 48 years old, and there's plenty of attractive 50-year-olds. Obviously, we just saw one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it can happen, and it is what it is. You gotta love yourself inside, and that's what I'm working on right now. So
Yeah.
if you can love
Yeah.
yourself inside, then the world will love you because then you're just beaming with happiness.
Yeah.
So that works.
I
Right?
like what Jackpot says. He said, I like someone who is beautiful I think he meant on the inside. And
Yeah.
that's so important too, because you can be knocked down gorgeous and be
Mhm.
ugly on the inside, you know?
Right.
And I think it's a combination because, okay, like me, I'm not all that to look at, but I'm telling you, I'm that ride or die somebody would pray to have. I will stick with that person. I will tell them if they're wrong. And I expect them to tell me when I'm wrong. But far as going to bat for someone, I'm that friend that will stand by you and defend you no matter what. Now if you're wrong, we'll tell you you're wrong.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, exactly.
But I expect the same out of my friends.
Yeah. Stacia, I
So
agree with you. I've been alone for so long that I don't know what it feels like to be with somebody. And that's a scary thought in itself. So I also have to get away from that mental thought myself. It's like, even though I've been alone for a decade now, um, you gotta you just gotta put your foot in the water and try to make it work. So
yeah.
um, I don't know where I was going with that, but anyway.
Jackpot said, you need to watch out for them gorgeous ones. They often think too much of themselves, lol.
I agree with that, Jackpot. I do. But that's usually for the younger generation, 30 or younger, and I'm not into a 30-year-old anymore. um, Not for a mate in my life because I'm already almost 50. So the younger you are, that statement is definitely true.
And I think, Mr. Positive, too, and I don't know, I'd like your opinion, but at your age, what is your age group? I guess I should ask you that first. If you're looking for a mate, what would your age group be that you're looking for?
40 up to about 55. So I do want a gal. I mean, let's put it out there. I'm looking for a younger gal, but not much younger than me. I would say 10 years younger and maybe 5 years older is my age range.
Okay. Do you mind if they have kids? Look, I'm going to interview you for all those.
Yeah, you can ask me
ladies.
all the questions you want, friend. Do I mind if they have kids? No, not at all. I love kids. I love children.
Would you like to have your own children? Because at 40, as women all know, your time clock is coming to an end. 40 would be high risk if
I'm
they got
48. I'm actually 48. So is my time clock done? Probably.
No, not yours, the woman's. Men can have babies up till
Right.
they're 100 years old if they can do the task.
Well, the thing here's my thought on that, Mama Cat. If would I love to have my own child? Yes. Would that typically happen with my criteria that I laid forth? Meaning, I want a girl who's 40.
Yeah.
Up to 55 or up to about 55. When I meet her, we have to be able to want to have children within 2 or 3 years of meeting each other. And that can be tough, is what I'm trying to say. Before her
Yeah.
time clock runs out. So I may not
Well,
be candidate for having my own child, sadly.
did you read what states you just got it? I used to find people to date and I would fall for their mask they were putting on and I would get hurt sometimes physically. That's terrible.
Yeah, that is a
That's
horrible
sad.
thing, Stacia, and I agree with you 100%. You got to be so careful. Jackpot, Mr. Husband and I just retired and found out that we have many little habits that annoy each other that we didn't notice when we were busy. It is a work in progress, even after being married 40 years. Jackpot,
Yes, ma'am.
you hit it. You hit it on the nail. I mean, if anyone says marriage is a piece of cake just because
They're lying.
superficial looks, or you hit it on the nail. So marriage is something you have to work on a daily basis. Daily basis. I agree 110%.
Well, like my husband and I, we have a funny little story. I met him when I worked at Midnights at a gas station, a big gas station. And he did not speak 2 words of English. I didn't speak 2 words of Spanish. He was fresh, from coming over from Mexico. And he would come in every night and get $2. That's back when gas was 99 cents. Look, I'm telling my age all up here. But it was 99 cents. He'd get $2 in gas. Hi, Bailey. Right. And I didn't realize, I'm kind of slow. I didn't realize he was coming to see me. And I'd be like, dude, if you get more than $2 in gas, you wouldn't have to come in here every day. And he would just smile and, whatever. And that's back before, phones and smartphones and all that kind of stuff. And he brought his English-Spanish dictionary, and that's how it began. But I liked him as a person.
Right.
And that is a big clue. I always tell people, if you cannot just be friends with that person, you cannot be married to them, in my opinion.
No, you got to find a way to be friends with them also.
Yeah.
I don't agree.
Yeah.
Now that I'm getting older, maybe it's because I want someone so bad that this next statement is why I say it. I don't necessarily anymore believe that you have to be friends first, but you have to build a friendship within the relationship.
Yes. That's
to make
exactly.
it stay. You know what I mean? I mean, back when I was in 30, 40, or late 20s, in my 30s, I would be friends first. But now that I'm getting older and still want a mate in my life, I'm like, find someone that you're attracted to, maybe not get married right away, but still try to find a friendship within the love that you have for each other when it's physical. Hey, my favorite vegetarian. Hope you are having a great weekend. That's awesome. That's why I gave up. I was sick of the hurt and lies and said, I'm just going to stop dating and I will let God put someone in my path. And you know what, Stacia? I want to believe that wholeheartedly. I used to believe. Well, here's what everyone used to tell me. They said, God has someone for everyone. I wanted to believe that, but I never put forth my own energy, my own work, my own push. So I allowed that statement of not believing that. It was like, well, God, there was a person in the Bible that didn't have someone and he just loved God and that was all that mattered. And that's what I was like. My thought process was God isn't necessarily saying that we have a mate for everyone, but I missed out on trying because I just let that facade happen, if that makes sense. As your person out there, Stacia Hart, I agree.
And here's the thing, and I'll tell you what I did. Like, I came out of a really bad abusive marriage, not physically abusive, but emotionally abusive. And when I got married, the first time and the second time, I got married forever, so I struggled with my divorce that I'm the one that filed for. But I, just prayed about it, and I made a list. And I know this sounds so silly, but I made a list of pros and cons, what I want and what I don't want. And I just left it in God's hands, put it in my Bible, and I came across it, which is so funny. You put things in your Bible and they kind of just get kind of smushed between the pages sometimes. And I came across it after I have met my husband. And do you know, he is everything I wanted on that list. And
Wow.
so I just, I really believe, because the fact that we didn't even speak the same language, I really believe it was a God thing in my mind.
Yeah, right. If you had previously thought in your head, well, he doesn't speak my language, so it's not going to work. You just put a boundary on yourself. And that's what I did for the longest time. I put a boundary on myself. So now I'm trying not to. And I'm 48 years old, and there's plenty of attractive ladies out there in the world that are around the same age that I'm looking for. I know that. I have to believe that. And maybe that's only 10 more years of them looking decent. But you know what? I'm going to look just as old and just as gross, but I'm there for love and to be their friend and to enjoy them and honor them and so on and so forth.
Yeah. And, and there's, I can tell you, I love my husband so much. Okay. I love him. He does dumb stuff that annoys me.
Right.
Like, he can send me over the edge faster than anybody else.
Right. Because you love him. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
And that's the thing. I do. I love, and the things that he can still make me laugh, like, oh my gosh, some days, okay, like the hog. He thought, look, I tell him all the time that God protects fools and old people. Like, and he, with this hog situation we had, he thought, because I was like, I don't want it getting away. I want somebody to come and do whatever they need to do with the hog, because at this point it's still early on. He went out there with a rope and he lassoed that hog and was going to tie it to a tree. I said, are you kidding me? I said, he could have killed you. He said, yeah, he was pretty mad. I was like, right. Oh my gosh, some of the stuff he does, I just think, how do you survive all by yourself during the day without me there taking care? But it is what it is. He does crazy things that sometimes I wonder. Hi, Angie.
Hi, Angie. Good to see you. We have an open panel. If you feel the courage to want to come up and say hello, you can. Otherwise, it's just me, Mama Cat, and Stacia is going to come up soon. After her Instacart gets done. There is that jackpot. I love my time. What was that, Mama Cat?
No, I was trying to read too. What did jackpot say?
Oh, right up here.
No, like it says, having a partner is highly overrated. It's much easier to enjoy your own company and having people that you're not dependent on. I say this being happily married to my husband since she was 17.
Since you were 17. Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I just haven't been with someone for so long. It terrifies me. Yeah, that's got to be hard. Angie, good to see you, friend. I'm so glad you're a part of us. This channel, just don't know what you meant there. There's that I want to pal around with a partner, but I have high expectations, and that's not reality. Stacia, I'm with you there. You just gotta love the person. I mean, I'll be vulnerable for a minute. I mean, I was like, I was thinking, I want a woman who's very attractive. I want a woman who's okay with me kissing her on the first date. Um, I want a woman who will, all these little things, and you just have to love the person for who they are and enjoy their company with regardless of all the little things that you would want or don't want in life. In that initial first meeting, was trampled by two boars. Oh my God, Jack, crazy.
Yeah,
Jackpot, did you see the photo?
I don't think Jackpot was in here.
Dang, Jackpot, that's crazy.
Jackpot, that's the boar that came to my house this week. Oh, Angie.
Yeah, I feel you, Angie. It sucks. Before I know it, I'm going to be, old. But I think that if I want a relationship, I just have to go for the gusto and ask.
Well, and you have to put yourself out there, and
yeah,
that's hard. I mean,
yeah, crazy is.
I mean, I don't have to do it, but I imagine like before. This is my daughter and her soon-to-be husband, but like their relationship hasn't been all. Look, I'm just gonna put all her business out here on the street, but their relationship hasn't been perfect. But he's very good to her. He's very good to her kids. He loves her. She loves him. But it annoys her that he allows people to take advantage of him. And right. I mean, she is her mother's daughter, and she don't like that. She's like, why does he let them do that? And I just don't like his ex tries to manipulate him. And I said, but if he is good to you and he is good to your kids and he loves them like they're his own, that is worth more than this little annoyance that you're dealing with,
Right. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We all have those deal breakers. And so that's my next question to you, Mr. Positive. What are your deal breakers? Like, you're like, if they do this, I would be done.
Wow. So if they did something, or if they are about something that I would be like, nah, not going to happen.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you an example.
Well, I guess religion. I want someone who is religious. I used to believe, that two opposites can attract. Where if the woman wasn't religious, she could stay home while I go to church. Well, I'm not into that anymore. So I would like her to be religious in one way or another. Did you have another way of putting it? Question or?
Well, I was just going to say, like, for me, I wanted children. So that would have been a deal breaker if I had met someone that didn't want children. That would have been because I always wanted to have kids. I don't like liars and cheaters, of course. Those are deal breakers. And I mean, that's for everybody. I don't think anybody sets out to be with someone that's a liar or a cheater. So I don't know, like that. Those are my questions to you. Is there anything really set? So let me ask you. You said religious. So What if they're religious, but it's a different religion than what yours is?
That would have to be, there has to be a similarity
Yeah.
where we can meet in the middle about God, right? So so for example, I am a non-denominational type Christian, right? I go to church in a non-denominational environment. If I were to marry or start to love someone like a Baptist,
Yeah.
we can meet in the middle because baptism is close to what I feel like, right? But on the opposite side of that spectrum, since I am a non-denominational Christian, I could not see myself being married to a Mormon, as an example, because her philosophy is way different than mine.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's important. And I think those are things you really need to think about as you're going, into this, like what's really important. What are some things that are really important to you as far as your relationship, like your foundation,
Mm-hmm. Oh, my phone's going off again.
You're just Mr. Popular. That's what you.
No, it's just Facebook going off, I think. It's not my phone. Or Twitter.
We're glad you're here, Angie.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm glad you're here too, Angie.
But so my question, where do you see yourself in like 5 years? Like in your mind, if you could like wave a magic wand and have the life you wanted, where would your life be in 5 years?
I would want to own my own house and live in Arizona.
Well, that's pretty amazing.
Yep.
And what holds you back?
Sorry?
What would hold you back from doing that?
Well, what is holding me back is income right now. But I believe in my network marketing business, so I just need to get that up and running and going, and just work at that on a daily basis, and make it work, make it possible.
Well, I agree that I think that can happen for you. So,
I agree too. I just have to want it myself, I think.
Yeah. And if you put in the work, and that's the thing, I really believe the Bible says where two or more agree in my name, so it shall be. So you just have to put in the work, because I totally have faith that you can make that happen,
Right.
And
you just have to push through the many naysayers that come along. And if I can get past that, then we're good. Sorry?
It's just a no. Like I do cold calls and dealing with realtors. But I'm really good at it. And so because it didn't hurt my feelings when they're like, I'm not interested, and I'm like, cool. Well, because there's 5 other people that are interested. So
right.
Thank you, Jackpot. Look, that's her crawling out of bed. And let me tell you how good God is. God is so good, because I'm going to be very honest. I told you about my little grandson that we lost last time we were up here. This is the daughter that lost her baby. This hog situation happened at the same time on the same day, the anniversary of us losing our my grandbaby, her son. And I just think, it wasn't a perfect situation. We had a crazy hog. But I think God gave us a different, it's almost like something else that happened on that day that helps us, not have that terrible memory. On this day, this is what happened. We had something else that happened that day too, and
Right.
I think it's a God thing now. I mean, in my mind, God just said, look, let's not let these people sit around feeling bad today. Let's give them some excitement. We're going to put a whole hog out there for them to deal with.
Right. Yep. I like
so,
that.
Anyway, I think you're going to find your person, Mr. Positive.
And if I don't, I have to realize that I can also find happiness with myself.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're a great person, and
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
I know there's somebody out there. Like, I see people, and I think, man, they're such amazing people. Why are they struggling to find their person? It
Right.
confuses.
Are you trying to network at all? People, well, back in the day, back in the bar days, but I don't go to bars anymore. Jackpot, and I just and I don't have the money or the funds to do this internet thing to connect to an app that says swipe left or swipe right or things like that. Hi, Stacia.
Hi, guys. I'm back.
Hey, Stacia. We're glad you're back. Did you get your stuff
Hi,
taken
guys.
care of?
Hi. The Instacart lady just left, so I just have a few minutes.
Well, hello. In your few minutes.
But I wanted to. Are you guys talking about something?
You can talk about whatever
I
you
hear
want.
an echo. Oh, hold on.
That's through hers. That's through your Stacia, I think.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had my
You're
TV still on. A blonde. Now I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Hello? Testing 1, 2, 3.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Yes, I can hear you. Yep. I hear you.
I can hear you as well.
She must be using this TV for sound. And that's causing her, that's causing us to hear each other because of it.
Is she on her phone?
Are you?
She needs to take, because I have the same problem. I have to take my headphone off altogether and just use my phone,
Did she say she had to turn off her TV for sound?
She left her TV on, she said.
I'm going to ask her to turn her TV back on for a second. She'll be back, hopefully. Well, this has been fun. I didn't think 3 hours would go quick, but it is.
That's good.
We have an hour left. That's awesome. I was hoping T. Bora would show up, but maybe she got
I
busy today.
know.
Maybe she got busy today, and I don't have a way to contact her. So
I don't either, but I love T-Bori. She's so sweet.
couldn't
I
hear. The
really
lag
like.
was unbelievable. I'm sorry about that, Stacia.
Maybe if I come down and she comes back, maybe it'd be better.
Well, we have to find a way if she heard you say that, so that way you're not down for no reason.
Well, she's in side chat now, so maybe she's listening to us.
Maybe she can hear us now. Yeah.
Okay, so Stacia, come back in, and I'm going to leave and see if that helps. Tell me if she comes to the back before you add her, and I will leave. That way it might help her.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll let you know. She's not here yet.
I really want to hear her story.
I know.
You know, it's something, and this is just whatever, but I think there's so many people that come in that they're subs to different people, and everybody has a backstory. And wouldn't it be interesting to find out people's stories and learn more about them, you know?
Right. I agree.
She said,
1,000%.
Stacia, come back, and I'm going to leave to see if that helps your situation. Anyway, I'm really anxious to hear what she's got to say. Isn't that? It's funny, huh?
Right. Me too.
And you and her have stuff in common. It's such a small world that
Mm-hmm.
random people you meet, on YouTube, and you find out, oh my gosh, I have so much in common, common with this person. And I find that with, the sales.
Go ahead and step down, Mama Cat.
All right. Okay, I'll be inside chat.
Stacia, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can. Mama Cat, try to come up. Since she was able to hear before you step down, let's see if she can hear you coming when you get back in.
Yeah, because I want you guys to hear my story. It's a good one.
Yeah, me too. Mama Cat, try to come back real quick. And hopefully she can hear us all.
See my messy dining room table. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. That's awesome. On here I am highlighting it to see it. That's awesome.
Don't
All right,
look at my table.
All right, there we go. All right, Stacia, can you hear us still?
I can hear you. Mama Cat, you there? Me? I can hear you.
Oh, yay.
Yay. We did it.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. So.
All right. Well, tell us your story if you want. Start anywhere, start wherever you want.
Well, I got married when I was 21, and I was a dental hygienist, and he wanted a family. So I started having babies, and we bought a business, and I thought I had, the perfect family life, 3 daughters, 3 babies, you know, and he didn't come home one night, the first night ever in our marriage. And when he came home, he just woke me up and he said, "Oh, I cheated on you with your best friend." And, I was devastated. And I ended up divorcing him, and I got the girls, and I got back out into the world. And I've never done an illegal drug until I was 28. And I discovered drugs. And I lost everything. I lost my children, and I almost lost my life. I ended up being and I flew out my feet, landed, and a car rolled on top of me. And I was in the hospital in a coma for almost a year. And they were just going to shut me off. And my brother, who's like my twin, said, "Give me 20 minutes with her. Just let me be alone with her for 20 minutes. And he did something called Reiki on me. And my finger moved. It was the first time anything, voluntary they thought had happened. And within about 3 weeks, I was awake. I didn't remember my mom or dad, my family. I didn't have any memories of what had happened or my children. It was a hard thing, and it's taken me, well, since 2002 to now, so almost 20 years to get where I'm at. I can't hear you guys.
We're listening.
We're listening. I just wanted to be respectful and be quiet.
You are so quiet, you guys. You are so respectful. But anyway, it's taken a long time, and I've had to deal with a lot of stuff that I don't think I would have had to deal with. Mental illness, brain damage. That comes with a lot of stuff that I don't think anybody would want to deal with.
Right.
So, I've tried the dating and everything, but I'm happy. I'm blessed. I have got a family that has rallied around me and been there. And I've got my cat. So I can't really ask for a whole lot more. I'm alive. And the damage that I do have, I've got a lot of scars. I broke both arms, both legs, shattered my pelvis, my clavicle, broke 3 vertebrae, had brain surgery. So, I got a lot going on. But
Wow.
I'm walking around.
Mm-hmm.
You're a walking miracle.
That's pretty
Yeah.
amazing. God has, I don't know if you're religious or not. I quickly forget a lot of things myself, but if you
Me too.
are, God has you here for a reason, man. Find your purpose and go with it with a full gusto.
I wish that he would. I think he's given me a little hint about what I should do, and I'm trying to write a book, but my follow through on things, because of the brain damage, is not so great. So I start something and get I'm finishing it. But I'm trying every day. I'm trying.
Right. That's the key. Trying
But
every
you
day.
know, life is precious, and I almost, God saved me for a reason, and He didn't have
Amen.
to. I was abusing drugs and running from the police. He didn't have to save me.
Right. Well, he loves all his children, and if you love God, then
So
that's the ultimate gift that God wants us to do. He
you
wants
guys
us,
talk.
huh?
Well, something else, and what come to mind is you're like, oh, you were this, you were that. But you know what? In the Bible, it talks about the shepherd will leave his flock to
The lag
to
is.
save
Are you
that
there?
one little sheep.
Oh no, she can't hear us all of a sudden.
Hello.
You can't hear us all of a sudden. Oh no.
Let me leave and come back. Let's see if that helps her.
Okay. Stacia, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Stacia? Mama Cat, she may have to do the same.
Let me leave and come back.
Oh, Mama Cat, can you hear you? Or can you hear me? Or Stacia, can you hear me?
Okay.
Stacia? Oh. Mama Cat, you want to come back? Well, we got a few minutes of your story, Stacia. That's awesome. Thank you so much. I'm blessed to hear it. Stacia, can you hear me?
Hear you.
Hi.
That's
So what's going to
weird.
happen is your cell phone's probably going to keep doing that. So when you start to not hear us, just pop out and pop back in.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Because it's something weird with your connection, which is fine.
Yeah. Well, I'm in a tiny little town. Tiny, and the internet is not so good.
Are they going to upgrade it someday? Probably not.
Huh? What?
Are they going to upgrade? Are they going to upgrade your internet someday?
Well, they just did. They
Oh,
just
did they?
did. So, yeah. And my laptop is not working right now. So,
Okay.
it just keeps piling up the list of things.
Yeah, I understand. So yeah, I mean, anytime that you want to continue, and you suddenly can't hear us, pop out and then pop back up. But if you're
Okay.
one of those people that are like, I'm sick of this, I just want to be done, then you can just stay in chat. Either way is fine.
Okay. Well, I
Mama
thank you
Cat,
for
you there?
having me today, for real.
Oh my gosh,
This has
no, thank you.
been,
It's been a pleasure.
yeah, it's
It's
been a
my honor.
wonderful morning.
Yeah,
I am so
there you
in
are.
awe of your story, Stacia. You're a walking miracle. Like, I don't
Yeah,
know. Before we got cut off, what I was saying is in the Bible it talks about, like the shepherd that will leave his entire flock to go and get that one little lost lamb. And that's the thought that comes into my mind when I hear your story is, you know, my oldest son got into drugs, and I would pray, God, anything short of killing him. And it almost,
yeah,
that's what it kind of reminds me of. It's like God had to get your attention in a big way. And
that
I'm
was
not saying,
exactly right.
yeah,
Exactly right. There was nothing else that was gonna stop me because the drug I chose, uh, only 70% of people, or only 32% of people recover from it, and stay clean. And I am in that 32%.
wow. Okay, do you mind if I ask what drug? I mean, you don't have to share it.
It was meth.
Yeah.
Hey, Stellar, it's Alex. I was just calling to see if you were there. If you see this message, I'm going to be online for another 30 minutes, 11 o'clock Mountain Time. I forget what Mountain Time you're in or what time zone you're in, but
Can anyone hear me?
pop on in.
I can hear you.
Hello.
Bye. Yep, I
Mama
can hear you.
Cat.
Can you hear us? Can you hear us, Stacia? Oh, no.
Bless her heart.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go.
Okay. Darn it. I figured that was going to happen eventually.
Bless her heart. Like,
Right.
what an amazing story she has.
Right. I agree.
Like, wow. I'm kind of taken back because who walks away from an accident like that?
I know.
You know?
Right. That's crazy. Well,
But
that's,
once
that's
again,
something
I'll say
positive,
it.
Jackpot. I'm glad that you got so interested. You stayed without cleaning. How funny.
Yeah, I mean, oh, jackpot. Did you see what they said?
Yeah.
People that have never really had any dealings with drugs or even alcohol, drugs and alcohol, if they haven't had it in their family or they haven't personally, it's real hard for people to understand how far it takes them, and I don't know. It just,
Oh, well, then
man.
come back.
Stacia, try to come back.
If
Just
you know
pop
the
in and
answer,
out.
yeah, she said she figured it out. People trying to call her knocks her microphone off. But
Oh,
now that she knows it, maybe she can reactivate her mic.
yeah.
If she wants. But I understand after a few times I get frustrated. I'm like, I'm done.
Well, put your phone on do not disturb, Stacia.
That's also a possibility. Yeah. Yeah. If you want to try it one more time, Stacia, Mama Cat says put your phone on do not disturb and you can still connect. I don't think that's gonna hurt your Wi-Fi or anything.
What an amazing story.
Yeah.
Look, and I hear things like that, Mr. Positive, And I think, but by the grace of God go I, you know, that could be anybody that happens to, that, you know, something bad happens to them. They turn to drugs or alcohol. And, you know, I used to listen to this preacher. His name is Jesse Duplantis. Have you ever heard of him?
I have not. No.
Well, he's hilarious. But he says that the devil will take you farther than you want to go, keep you longer than you want to stay, and it will cost you more than you want to pay. And I'm like, that is so true, you know? And I don't believe any addict says, oh, I'm going to use drugs today and become an addict. I just don't believe that happens. I think it's not intentional. You know what I mean?
No, I agree with you 100%. You don't become an addict because someone said, "Oh, it's cool." You just don't.
Yeah. No.
It just happens.
Yeah.
Once you start to feel good and you want to continue to feel that way, or if you're in a depression state, those are the very few of the many triggers that keep people wanting to do it more. So yeah.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. I come from a family of addiction, and it was carried on with my daughters.
Oh, I hate to hear that.
So I believe it's definitely hereditary. You know, my mom was an addict, my dad, my brothers, my cousins, my grandma and grandpa. And it just didn't hit me until 28 when all that happened to me.
Right.
But I've been clean 18 years and never looked back. So
that's awesome. Now, do you have a support system, or is it just out of your mind and thought now?
I have a mental health support system. I am very lucky to have a program here in my town where I see a therapist 3 times a week and my psychiatrist every other week.
Right, and that's good. I mean, there's no shame in that game at all, and I 110% believe if you use a program that helps you stay sane, then go for it.
Yeah, I have a lot going on with the mental illness and the brain damage and everything else, and I don't care what people think. I am doing what I have to do to stay happy and healthy. I don't
Amen.
care what anyone thinks of me and my mental health. You know?
Amen. I believe that's awesome. That's very inspirational. I agree with that 110%.
Thank you.
Can I ask
a
something?
good person. I have a huge heart, and I'll give you the shirt off my back, but I have a real trust issue, obviously. Right. You know.
Well, I appreciate you sharing your heart up on
the people that I see and work with are like family to me, and that makes it even better.
Right.
Can I ask a question?
So, and my family lives in 3 different states, but we are very close. You know, the calls and the you know, Facebook talk, and you know, we're very close. So I am very blessed. No matter what has happened to me, no matter what I did, I'm blessed in this moment.
Mama Cat wants to ask you a question.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask a question. Hang on a minute. Thank you.
This is
Um,
crazy. I can't.
My husband just brought me a sandwich.
And
Isn't that
nobody's called.
okay? Can you hear me?
She said no one's called, but it
I
happened
don't-
again.
I don't know.
Well, my question was going to be that, like, was the mental illness caused from the damage, like the brain injury, or does she think she had
You may have to
mental
re-ask that.
issues? Yeah, I mean, it
Re-ask that
kind of
because-
makes me wonder, you know.
Right. I don't know if she's willing to keep trying to do this juggle, but if she is great. If not, you can ask her in chat. I'm sure.
Look, that's just crazy. Look, I do believe there is a like a heredity or a inherited standpoint to drug addiction. I truly believe that. I mean, my brother was a drug addict. My son has had lots of people in my family, and it's just, I don't know. And it's like what I know. Well, and I don't know about you, Mr. Positive, but being in a wheelchair and having a chronic pain disease, I'm very careful about my medication because it's always in the back of my mind that this could take over your life if you're not careful, you know?
Right. No, I agree. I am pretty good with medication.
Yeah.
I do take a pill that can be considered addictive, but it's not. So I'm blessed about that, and but I can understand where some medicines are, where you can get caught up in it, and it can destroy your life for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, and it's very difficult because, when you're dealing, okay, I'll be honest, when I wake up in the morning, have you ever had the flu? And when you wake up and you feel like a truck has ran over you and just every muscle in your body hurts.
Yep.
That's what I wake up to every morning. And so I do not take pain medicine every day. I do it when I have to go and do things that I know I'm going to be in a lot of pain over. So like today, I'm going to go clean my pool and do stuff outside. So this morning I did take a pain pill, and I find that Vicodin helps me, but I have had doctors offer me like oxycodone, and I'm like, no, I don't want that because I don't want to go down that road. You know what I mean?
Right. No, I agree with you. And it's a fine line when you know the medicine's going to help you feel good.
Yeah.
It's about mental strength to know not to take it when you don't need it.
Yes.
It's a mental strength to not take the medicine when you're okay with being in pain.
Yeah.
For a duration of time that you don't need to be functional, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And that's where I'm at. I take a medicine. I take it at noon every single day. So I can have 5 hours worth of feeling good to myself or about myself.
Yes.
And then after that 5 hours, then it's nighttime and I just deal with what I have.
Yeah.
So, I get that. It's pretty amazing.
Can I ask you a personal question? And like I've told you many times, you never have to answer. But
Right. Well, I mean,
what?
If I didn't want the chat to know, then I can definitely answer you in private chat. But yeah.
Oh, okay. What are your thoughts on like marijuana, as far as like helping people in pain and stuff.
I don't think it should be an illegal drug, and I'm glad that it's becoming not an illegal drug right now. I think states, I don't know how many states are open right now to the ability of having medical marijuana. But to answer specifically for me, I don't care either way. I personally think that it should be not illegal. And it's sad that it's still illegal federally. So even if the state has agreed that you have it, if a federal agent sees it, he can still arrest you and put you to jail forever. Even if so, that's a backwards law that I don't understand. If the state says it's okay, but the federal agent can still arrest you, I don't understand that. I just don't get that. But as far as am I okay with it? Sure. I won't take it because I don't like the way it smells. It turns my stomach.
Yeah.
The way I feel. Now I did take a do or whatever, I don't know what they call it, but it's a
dab.
Yeah, a dab. I took a dab one day, probably 2 years ago on Halloween night one day. I was at a friend's house and they were doing it and I was fine. I was like, oh man, I'll just try it once. She gave me a small dab, like small, and it did nothing for me. And I'm like, oh, come on, this is ridiculous. Give me something bigger. So she gave me a big dab. Well, I was out for the count for the rest of the night and I couldn't function. I was like in the zone. I needed to throw up. My mind wouldn't let me speak up to say, hey, I need that trash can. So I kept pointing to the trash can saying, doing this, trying to get them to give me this trash can so I can throw up. And then I just decided to go to bed the rest of the evening in not enjoying their fun. So it's not for me. Marijuana is not for me. Medical, it doesn't put me in a state of feeling better. As
and
my
I think
current pill that I have.
Here's the thing, Mr. Positive. If they would make it at least medical, you could go in and find something like they have these pins. Have you been over to Sunsbury Housewives, their live chat? MJ has her medical marijuana card, and she has like a pin. There's no smell to it, and it doesn't. If you've got what you really needed to help with, because there's some that keeps your mind clear and just affects your body, like with your pain and stuff. Then there's others that is more like a head high, like if you want to go to sleep, which is kind of what happened to you. But there's so many options out there. But like I'm in Texas, it's not legal here. We do have a very small window where certain people can get medical marijuana in Texas, but it's such a small, like you have to have a certain kind of epilepsy or certain kind of cancer, and it's so small and there's such very few doctors. It's really a useless, law that that they're even allowing. So I'm hoping over time, Texas will expand that, which they're talking about it right now. Right. But there's so many different versions of it that could help so many people.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never tried, I've never known of medical marijuana that doesn't have the smell behind it. Hell, I would try it for what I just wrote, motivation. That's why I take the pill, because I don't feel motivated to do anything until I take it, which is a weird thought, but it is what it is,
And it's just hard, but I just think there's so much that we don't know about, marijuana. And if it became federally legal, how many research studies and things like that you could, research on to find what it really does help, because I think it helps in so many different ways that we don't even know about yet,
Right. I agree. I mean, if they would release it, then we would be allowed to do tests on it, just like hemp oils.
Yeah.
Hemp is I believe in it, and my state believes in it, thankfully. And I sell it on my website that I have to help people feel better. So
Yeah.
the hemp products of the world definitely help with making your body feel better, and there is no stench like there is with marijuana, and it's not a hard narcotic. And if they would just federally be okay with it, then we would be allowed to study it more.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
Exactly. And I think, of course, who's fighting against it is the pharmaceutical companies. They don't want that out there.
No money involved. Yeah.
And it would take away the power from the cartels.
Yep.
I mean, I know it's all.
I mean, it's a backwards thing. It's like if we allowed marijuana to be legal 100%, then the cartel would lose their money, and the pharmacies is probably what feeds the cartel. It's just a nightmare all the way around.
All the way around. I agree.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's a lot of.
I would never do that. I would never. I would never have known. I've never actually ate an edible anything, so I would have to find someone who has something for me to try. Just for that.
Well, I have a funny story. My mom is 80, and she is about as straight and you can ever imagine. Like, she has never done drugs. She barely drinks. Every once in a while, she'll have a margarita. But she's just a good old, Texas lady that, doesn't partake in any of it her whole life. Well, my son went over there to visit her, and he had gotten me like a pen, like one of those pens that have THC in them. And I think it's a mix between THC and CBD. And he asked her, he's like, "You want to try it?" And she's like, "Yeah." Well, my mom's not a smoker. I'm a smoker. So she's a non-smoker, and she tries this pen, and she takes a huge hit off of it, and it's concentrated. And she coughed and coughed and coughed. And even though he told her, "Oh, don't do a lot," you know what I mean? Like, don't inhale a lot, but she did. And later, I find out that they were sitting outside watching his twins play, and she's falling asleep in the chair, and she kept trying to get her water that was spilling everywhere. And finally he gets her back in the house, puts her in her reclining chair, and she just falls asleep. And so and she makes him swear that he won't tell anybody. And so, but of course she tells me, and I call him, and I'm like, "So I heard you try to kill your Nana today."
Oh my gosh. No. That's hilarious.
And he said, "Well, she made," and I said, "And you didn't even tell me about it." He's like, "Mom, she made me swear not to." I said, "I'm your mom. You tell me everything,
That's right. You have a good relationship with your mom when your kids tell you everything.
Yeah. And he said, "But she's my Nana." I said, "I don't care. I'm still your mama. You better tell me, especially when you're trying to kill my mom,
Yeah.
But I think it scared him a little bit, because it hit her so hard. And then she slept 4 hours.
Oh,
4 hours
how
in
funny.
the, yeah, like she was down for the count. Oh my gosh.
Angie,
That
I
was
agree with you. They're good people. I had to get away from the idea that they're friends with someone I don't like. Once I got
right.
past that, then you see who they are aside from that. So I am so glad that I was able to break free of their best friend that I despise, because MJ and Shell are amazing people. So I agree. Waco,
Um,
Texas. Do you know that there's a new guy who's trying to be the next David Koresh?
what?
Crazy. Yeah. In Texas. I don't know much about it, but I'm sure it's got to be
What's his
somewhere in your
name?
state.
Do you know?
I don't remember. I will research it and I'll tell it to you in
Yeah, let me know.
I'll tell it to
Um,
you in Twitter, I guess. Yeah.
okay, that would be fine. Just message me, or because I'd like to know. I'd like to look into that. But I mean, that whole David Koresh thing was,
That was
I was
nice.
big and pregnant when that David Koresh thing came about, and I was glued to the TV, like, what is going on here? Like,
Hmm.
it's so insane.
It's crazy what people believe. And who they believe in, and oh my
Oh, I
gosh.
know.
If I only had that type of charisma, no, I'm just kidding. I would never do that to people, but wow. Uh,
Wow, yeah, that's so crazy. And uh, are you familiar? And we've talked about, crime things and whatever, but another crazy thing. Have you heard of the case with Tammy? I think not Tammy. What's her name? It's like Daybell, Chad and Lori Daybell, up
the
in,
name
I
has
think,
crossed my
Idaho. Huh?
the name has crossed my memory somewhere, but no, I don't know anything about that.
Well, they basically started. I mean, they're a branch. They branched off of the Mormons, and but they were thinking like they were like gods themselves, and they were a part of the 4400, or whatever that they talk about in the Bible about the
Right, right, right.
4400 or whatever. Anyway, that they were a part of it, and the world was coming to an end, and that people stop being themselves and become zombies. And that whole case is just cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, because
The one that I'm interested in is, well, I'm not interested in it as far as I like reading some of the articles, like I said, in my trying to come up with something to talk about. There's a news
uh-huh.
feed on my phone. Um, the lady from Smallville and that whole tobacco, where she was.
Smallville, I don't think I know about that one.
Oh, I'll have to try to research it. If it ever comes up in my news feed again, I will tell you about it. Or maybe maybe Angie might know, or Stacia might know. But yeah, it's crazy. She was the leader of trying to enlist rich women to be involved with this man, to create a cult. And thankfully it's broken up and he's in jail, and the lady from Smallville, the TV show Smallville, she's in jail now, or getting ready to be, and it's a crazy thing. It's a crazy ordeal.
Look, I'm looking it up right now. Allison Mack, is that?
Yeah,
No.
Allison Mack.
Oh, really? Oh, it's a
Allison Mack. Yeah.
sex cult.
Yep.
Oh, Lord. That's
She was
crazy.
she was one of the higher ups in this organization, and they said, and I could be wrong, but they said the tattoo, or not even a tattoo, the branding,
Oh,
when they branded the backs of these ladies or wherever, her initials were a part of this branding.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm glad that you were looking it up because you're good at thinking ahead like I'm not. Anyway, yeah, Allison Mack. That's insane, isn't it?
That is, and I have seen a little bit about that, but I'd like to find out more. And now you're going to make me go down a rabbit hole, you know. But
You're welcome. You're welcome.
but I've seen a little bit on there, and about like that is insane as well. Like I say this to my mom a lot. It's like we just really don't know how other people live. We are in our little bubbles, and we have no clue to what other people are into.
I agree 1,000%. Oh my gosh, we're 2% idealism. Oh, it's crazy. Yeah. But yeah, Allison Mack, chasing. I don't understand, and I haven't done the rabbit hole thing of what Chasing Truth did last in her video with that weird guy with the long beard.
Father God or
yeah, Father God, because he's calling himself Father God, but let's be honest, the mother was the only thing influential. I can't say the word in that whole process because he was one of many father gods. Let's just be honest, he was just nobody. So the person that really was doing it died. So Mother God is who it was, right? It was a mother god who had many father gods, and now that she's dead, he's just trying to keep something going. Yeah, it's that. That is something insane to watch.
Oh yeah, like sometimes I feel like I'm a calf looking at a new gate when I see certain things, and I'm just like, what in the world? You know, it's so crazy.
Right. I don't know what you're saying what to, Angie. Maybe Mama Cat understands. But yeah, that's crazy, the things that we see. And
Angie is not far from me. She's maybe 2 hours.
Waco, Texas. Yeah, she said, did she say Waco? Yeah.
Yeah, like she's south of me, but honestly, she is not that far at all.
You both could drive together and meet an hour away. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Like I just find it so funny that it is such a small world, you know? And
don't forget y'all to let me know about what. Oh, what am I supposed to let you know about, Mama Cat? I forgot already. I was supposed to Twitter you.
About you were going to tell me, but I looked it up. That Smallville,
okay.
Allison Mack. About
what? Well, that's what it was, Angie. It's just Allison Mack from Smallville. So if you want to Google that, that's what we were talking about, I guess.
That's a whole lot of crazy.
That's
a whole lot of crazy to pack into something.
And I bet that guy loved it because she was high profile, right?
Oh yeah,
rich, and she can get her rich people involved. Hell, she was trying to get, and she might have been successful getting the other girl from Smallville involved too. Yeah, I mean, when you read it, let me know. It's crazy.
Well, think about this.
I agree, jackpot.
Okay.
110%.
If someone says, oh, I want to brand you, that's a hard no for me. Like, I'd be out. Like, I don't care how much I like someone. Yeah. I love my husband. If he's like, hey, I think it'd be real sexy if you got to let me brand you. I'd be like, dude, you get out. Like,
you're out. You're out the door, buddy. Yeah. 17 years down the drain very quickly. Bye-bye. Yep, I agree.
Peace out. Like, I'm no.
I agree with you 100%. That would be it. That would be one of my answers that you asked about. Nope.
That would be a deal breaker.
Yep. 110%. Oh my gosh. Well, listen, you need to get a part of your life done today.
I know. Can you believe that? Look, we got your 3 hours
3 hours.
done.
We did good today. I appreciate that. Thank you, Mama Cat, very much.
Well, y'all have a good day, and I'm gonna go and clean my pool
All right.
and take pictures of chickens, and live my best life. So
Live
I
your
hope
best
you have
life
a
on a
great day.
Saturday.
That's
All right,
right. You
Mama
have a
Cat,
great
it's
day,
been real pleasure hanging out with you. Thank you so much.
and I will
Uh,
talk to you soon.
all right, sounds good. Thank you so
All right.
much.
All right.
Bye
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 bye.
now. Anyone else is on? Anyone else who wants to come up on panel someday when you're fine with it? 100% of the time, unless I'm on vacation, I will be going live on a Saturday from 8 a.m. till 11 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. If anyone wants to have the courage to come up on panel, don't have to be on camera. You can just use your voice like Mama Cat did, and just have fun. Have fun with me. Help me help you, and then you help me have something to talk about. Because if it weren't for you guys participating, and if it weren't for you guys keeping the conversation going, I would be having a hard time trying to figure out what to talk about, right? And so it takes a village, and sometimes a village is only two people. So thank you very much, Mama Cat. Thank you very much, Jackpot. Angie, thank you so much for being a part of this stream. You were recently just talking. Stacia, amazing story that you shared with us. Thank you for being vulnerable in sharing your story. Um, the more people who hear your story, the better that might help them understand that life can be better. Um, and that everybody on the planet is worth something. Everybody on the planet is here for a reason, whether you're religious or not. God, for the religious people, God has us here for a reason. For those who don't believe in God, well, if you're not dead, you're here for a reason. So live up to your potential, live up to the purpose of who you are in life. And I struggle with that every single day. Um, but I know that if I keep trying that I will be able to finish the rest of my 50 years in life grandly, right? I sometimes felt that, man, I'm 48 years old. I've wasted most of my life. I don't think I wasted it. It was on a downhill for a little bit. And I don't think I'm done. I think if I live healthy, I'm going to live to be 100 years old. That's not statistically right for men, but I'm going to try to live to be about 100 bucks or 100 years old. So I want to see what it feels like to be 100. So anyway, as long as I stay healthy and as long as I stay positive, as long as I stay and do what I can to be a better person. And you guys were a part of that. Thank you so much for being a part of that in my world today. May you all have a blessed, beautiful day in your world. And until next Saturday, or I do random pop up lives, which nobody will know about. But if you happen to see me go live and you're curious about it and you're not involved in another hot topic that you're in, come by and say hi. Till then, you all have a blessed, wonderful day. I want to live forever too, Stacia. um, anyway, until next time, you all have a beautiful, wonderful day, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.